Alright, so next up we're supposed to talk to the hospital benefactor. Which was the lady... Where am I? Right, this is my office. First episode of a new session. That always goes well. You should be right. Nope. Gotta turn around. Ah, right direction, wrong door. Right? Yeah. Here's our hospital benefactor, which we've already met.
It's locked, all right.
Excuse me?
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen.
Is she at the hospital? I mean, the morgue? The secondary morgue at the moment? That's not where they're supposed to be.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
This isn't the secondary morgue, this is the front courtyard. Right, right.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Huh. So I got it wrong in my head. I supplanted the idea. I was like, I thought that yeah, there's no reason that would be true. I got it replaced in my head that the rich lady with the son was the benefactor, when that's not the case. So it's the vampire we saw earlier. Huh. This is a secret for way less time if you just follow the story, huh? Because you meet her, she saves you, she disappears. You ride the boat here, you do the quest to go to the morgue, you come here, then you meet her. Like, it's that fast. It's probably only a secret for like half an hour who she is, if you go straight through the storyline missions. But instead I hung out and met people for like 4 hours, I probably.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
You are aware that I too know the thirst for the scarlet nectar.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reid. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
I'm growing a little bit worried. First of all, wow, we were talking about this in a very public place. Like, he could almost overhear us, and that guy was right there. Like, he might be in a bad condition and everything, but wow, we're really risking people finding out that we're vampires here, aren't we? I'm growing a little bit worried this game might not properly motivate you to vampire people, as opposed to just going through, like, as a pacifist the whole game. I kind of want there to be like an in-story time limit. Maybe don't go full Dead Rising, because there's so much. Western RPGs have so much variability in how long they take to do. Like, it'd be like, oh, I'll beat this in 10 hours, I'll beat this in 60 hours, and that could be the same game because of how much content is optional and the pacing at which you go through and everything. But having like a limit on how many story missions you can do before feeding on blood or some kind of weird mechanical thing like that would at least try to explain and force the player to make the tough choice of who to consume or how often to consume and stuff like that. But instead, we seem to have a system where it kind of seems like I could just not feed on people all game if I really want to, and it might not really be that big of a deal. Are my eyes like... wait, whoa. I feel like that might make you stand out a little bit. Jeez. Why are my eyes like that? Was that true before? Yeah, I keep looking for more mechanical incentive to feed on people besides just doing it for the sake of it. And I guess some experience is one way to do it, but you can get experience other ways, so that's a little weird too. It's time to meet the one remaining character, I guess. Or the one that's I've been able to see in the distance and haven't been able to reach. Royal Garden Hall Theater. Clyde Filch presents Doris Fletcher, Sappho. Small bag of junk. Also known as somebody else's belongings that I have pilfered. Like, I'm supposed to think that vampires have reflections in this universe, right? Because I clearly have a reflection every time I go up to a mirror.
What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reid, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reid, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Dr. Swansea is quite busy, and I need you to help me get acclimated. I have many questions.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
Was that a scripting error? I think that was a scripting error. She said that I threatened her, and I was literally like, hello, I have some questions. Swansea's busy right now. And you're like, you dare threaten someone like me? I'm like, what the fuck's happening? That must have been like a branching dialogue, like, mistake.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off, they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
A woman cavorting with a man. Well, Pip is in a relationship. That one patient is literally sucking the blood of another patient, so there's that.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Energy for so little.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Alright, you didn't give me a lot to go on.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Have you heard of any blackmailing going on within these walls?
I have no time for mortal games. My secrets are beyond their comprehension, Dr. Reid.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Time has lost its effect on me.
Why, she's always up at night. We should just put a light on her to get it over with, and then we'll just know for sure whether she's insane or a vampire. Do the thing where you shine sunlight on somebody without them realizing, and then see if, like, the moment she looks at the sunlight on her arm, then she, like, recoils in, like, fake pain or something. The moment she recognizes what's happening.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Alright, Dorothy Crane. We're just about there. Who's over there? What's going on? Hello. They split up the moment I got here. Is this guy talking to no one right now? Yeah, he's just giving freaked out dialogue about what happened. I had to remind myself what Dorothy Crane looks like. Beatrice Goswick. Find Nurse Dorothy Crane. I guess I can follow the quest marker. Oh, she's like not here. Find Dorothy in the area. Use left stick to activate your senses. If a citizen's behaving suspiciously, their heart will emit a distinctive glow. By looking at the citizen, you'll unlock a special interaction. Look for Dorothy Crane. You can unlock interactions if they change color. That could be important. That might be where some of my hidden clues are still waiting to be found. Ah, was that them?
We've dodged death so many times. Oswald, you can't just
Looks like
die
I've unlocked a new interaction with her. Who is that?
Don't worry, we're safe.
Didn't I unlock this? I thought I opened that door.
Relax.
They keep saying no one's here. I guess I gotta go the long way around. We found Dorothy Crane. I thought I unlocked that door so I wouldn't have to go the long way around anymore. A mobster kid just keeps saying how safe we are over and over again. Might be a little more convincing if you weren't a mobster.
Don't worry, we're safe.
What?
Don't worry, we're safe.
The area is just mysteriously gated off with these barriers that weren't here before, and they don't have handles or anything.
No one is here. Relax. Don't worry.
Dorothy Crane from Whitechapel. Leader of Whitechapel.
We're safe. Don't worry, we're safe. Don't worry, we're safe.
What am I supposed to be doing exactly?
Relax.
Did I miss something? He's just looping forever.
We're safe.
And both of the ways into the area are blocked. My objective is to find Nurse Dorothy Crane. And when I walk up, it says investigate their actions.
Relax. Don't worry. We're safe. Don't worry. We're safe.
I'm also a little confused by the fact that she's Nurse Dorothy Crane of this hospital. Oh, these guys are here now. And yet she's the pillar of the community of Whitechapel? Like she's not even from that tab on the community organizer. Oh, you have to stand in a weird vortex. What the hell?
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
I guess she left? Otherwise that was really suspicious of me to just walk out like that. Oh, now am I trapped inside of these locked doors? No, they open. Okay. I was wondering. Huh. The mechanics seem to be framed like you would just go into this mode, look at the person that needs to be investigated, then like press a button or wait or something, but in addition to doing that, you had to walk up to a weird glowing vortex and click on that. Huh. Alrighty then. Well, in the future we know what to look for, I guess. Let us go into the sewers. Where we're gonna meet really, really friendly people that we like. Obviously. Yeah. Everything's fine. Retrieve the thug in the sewers. I'm gonna double check my currently equipped abilities real quick. Yeah. Left bumper's heal, right bumper's explosion. Right, I have right trigger is currently a jump now. That's my new change. There's blood, and that was a sound. That was certainly a sound. Hoping that's not gonna happen. Someone keeps saying they can't breathe. That's just a straight up monster sound.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
This man? Oh, rogue skals. Where's this man that's been savagely dragged? I don't see a this man to look at. Oh, that was locked? I guess I didn't try it. Oswald's in trouble. Oh, mixed up my stun button. There we go. Stun him with more attacks and you can hit him more. Common barbed cudgel. More money. Oh yeah. think I need to track that guy down and save him, because he might die otherwise. I think Oswald might have been the person the other person was looking for. The missing person. Hi. Ah, crap. Mistimed the dodge. Yum, yum, yum. There we go. I'll just do that again. Oh wait, my meter's already full, so this is kind of pointless. Oh well. Gotcha. I guess if nothing else, feeding more gives me feeding more gives me more health. That heals now. Shotgun shells. Is that where I had my fight earlier? I think that's where we had our fight earlier. Against the... what was... I think that might have been the first boss fight, as you can call it. Where we got taken to the hospital afterwards. Certainly looked like it. Yeah! Yum, yum, yum. Then cloud attack. There we go. Really give them no chance to fight back in some of these cases. There's a body. Ban of the Dragon? The Ban of the Dragon. Concerning the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, I would advise our members to be very wary about these so-called scholars. Yes, indeed, most of them are always affable and respectful whenever they approach us, but it would be quite unwise to be for a discreet circle like the Ascalon Club to foolishly speak about our goals, our members, or our traditions. I also would like to remind our fellow members that the Brotherhood itself is ancient enough to have some mysterious traditions. One of them, according to some informants, could be the ritual of the so-called Ban of the Dragon. It seems that, in certain conditions, when the Brothers of St. Paul find a violent or bloodthirsty immortal, they call upon him this ban. What is it exactly? I don't know. Does it really exist? I don't know for sure either, but what I've established as facts is that whenever a hostile or vindictive vampire has threatened London, it disappeared without a trace after the Brotherhood pronounced a ban upon him. The loyal Fergal Bansha himself has never been foolish enough to openly provoke the Brotherhood. This is a lesson we must all remember. Never be considered a dragon by the Brotherhood. From The Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, founder. So don't piss off the Brotherhood enough for them to actually take action against you. Because something happens. Either because there's some kind of ban that has actual magical power, or because they just declare war and take you out. The voices have quieted, so I'm gonna go back the other way and see if I can find where they're coming from. Mr. I Can't Breathe.
I don't want to die here. I want to see you die. Feel the
Boink. Hey there. Don't mind me. Got them both. Alright, are you the missing guy? You in trouble here?
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reid, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay, I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
I could literally eat him right now if I want to. It's just not really worth anything. So he has claustrophobia. That's why he was panicking and saying he can't breathe. So he was not actually at risk of dying. Well, he was at risk of dying in that those guys were chasing him and trying to kill him through this gate. But he wasn't at risk of dying in that his lack of breathing wasn't really an issue.
Are you sure you're all right, sir?
Yes. Yes, I'll be. As soon as I can see the sky again.
Alright, he's not really in any hurry. Yeah, you could just eat him on the spot. Level 1 mesmerize, and he's even already isolated. I bet you don't even have to guide him anywhere. But he's worth nothing. Both because you need to get all of his secrets done, and you can't without talking to him. And you can't talk to him yet. Not really. And also, he's got a headache, so you have to treat him with a drug in order to even get that experience fixed. Gotta be careful, I got a little turned around trying to find him. Is that the... That's the dock. That's the icon you get for leaving the zone. That is too, right? Yeah. Is that a different dock access? This must all be a different dock access point, right? Oh, yeah. This is probably a pretty large contiguous dungeon that connects a whole bunch of points together.